Dear Diary, I'm still trying to log many and many of the stories of my life that have been bizarre and crazy. Almost no moment in my life has not been bizarre and crazy. And, wait, what am I saying? Little sleep deprived. My life has been remarkable. Every minute of every day has been fucking bonkers. 80% to 90% horrifying. Like having an earthquake, a tsunami, and a nuclear disaster hit you at the same time. But every single day. And then the other 10% to 20% of the time, it has been insanely good. Like crazy good. Positive. There's no in between. I would gladly trade places with a person who just goes to work at McDonald's every day, comes home, watches TV. I will trade the good for none of the bad. Yes, please. Today, I'm going to tell some of you my Kate Nash stories of touring with Kate Nash. Let's hope I can do it in the 14-minute deadline and do not digress too much. Thank you for your understanding. So, it was 2007, and I was the opening act for the Trachtenberg Family Slideshow Players, who I loved. They were my favorite people of all time. They were the family that I never, ever had. They have since totally destroyed my life, betrayed me, but let's not talk about that today. And we were playing in London, Soho Theatre, and great place, holds like 250 people. They were playing for like a week, and I was their opening act. And one night, I'm wandering around the lobby and stuff as the customers come in, kind of like people watching and just killing time and wandering around this theater and stuff. And one hot redhead catches my eye. This girl comes in her trench coat or whatever you want to call those things. And I said to myself, ooh, yikes, that's my girl right there. And she went in. They tore her ticket and she went in. And the doorman says to me, "Do you know who that was?" And I said, "No." He said, "That was Kate Nash." And I said, "Who's Kate Nash?" He said, "She's a pop star." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "I don't," and I said, I forget what else he said, but some other stuff was spoken. And then I said, at the end of the show, she was one of maybe like 15 people who lined up to buy merch from the Trachtenbergs, who sold all kinds of crazy fun merch. And after she bought like a single from them or something, and we were all packing up, I said, "You know that redhead girl who bought the hot redhead girl I was in love with, who bought that thing?" I said, "The doorman says she's some kind of British pop star named Kate Nash." I think I had heard her name, maybe not. I can't remember now. And they said, "Oh, really?" Yeah. And so that day where we went back, I don't think we had the internet. It probably wasn't the next couple of days, but pretty quickly I tried to check her out online. And the first song I listened to on her MySpace, I was like, she had like 11 million hits. So I was like, okay, apparently she's some kind of pop star. First song was a little too straightforward. Second song was a little too straightforward for me. And then I listened to Mary Happy, which is, the music is of course extremely straightforward, but her voice and her words, I was like instantly in love. Fucking loved her immediately upon hearing that song. I mean, it's cliche piano riff, but it doesn't matter. She reinvents it with her vocals. And I was fucking smitten. And so then I got the others to listen to her, and they were a little like, yeah, because we like stuff that's a little more peculiar, a little more less mainstream, a little more odd. Anyhow, cut to a year later. All of us, the three Trachtenbergs and me, are in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest, which should be called Stock, because it's all cliches. Unbelievable. Get it? Stock. Anyhow, and I am attempting to be, wait, what am I doing here? Let me move this thing over here. So, we're in Austin, and Jason and I, our tastes are a little different. He's a little more traditional than I am. I like crazy, extreme, fun, crazy shit, generally. Not always. I love Barry Manilow, love Air Supply, love Slayer. All those acts are conservative. Love Crash Worship. And there was a band I really liked called Gil Manterra's Party Dream. Two fucking crazy, hilarious guys who it's almost hard to tell if they're serious or not, from Ohio, look like porn stars from the 1970s. And Jason was bored, and we wanted to go out and see some bands. We're at South by Southwest, where there's gigs all day and all night. And he doesn't usually like the things I try to take him to. And I don't generally take him to things I don't think he's going to like, because he's a little reactionary. And so, but he was eager, and I dragged him to see Gil Manterra's Party Dream. And thank goodness he really enjoyed them. They do like kind of tongue-in-cheek disco, electronic, but they have some real hooks. And they're pretty ridiculous, even visually. And he really enjoyed it. So after the show, he went up to them back, like on the side of the stage, and he said, because he was a little bit of an indie celebrity, he likes to schmooze, and he went up and said, "Hi, you guys, I'm a huge fan of yours." And then he heard someone say, "And I'm a huge fan of yours." And he turned, and it was Kate Nash. And she said, "I'm Kate Nash. I saw you guys in London." And he said, "Kate Nash. Oh, yeah." And then she said something at some point. I wasn't there. I was somewhere else in the club. And she said, "I wish I'd been there. Oh, my God. I would have fucking totally hit on her." Shit. Now that I think about it. It's the first time I've thought about what a tragedy it is that I wasn't near him and didn't see her there. Fuck. That would have been a perfect place for me to profess my love to her. Anyhow, she said something about, like, we're going on our first American tour, like, in the coming months. And Jason joked, like, "Oh, well, we should be your opening act." And she said, "That's a great idea." She said, "Call my business manager tomorrow," or whatever. Next thing we know, the four of us are on tour opening for Kate Nash's sold-out first North American tour, which began in, like, Atlanta or somewhere down south. Now, we didn't know what to expect. I mean, Maeve toured with large acts. I've never toured with large acts. Of course, it depends on which large act you tour with. Here's a fun fact that a lot of people don't know. In the industry, if you're opening for the Strokes at Radio City Music Hall, the industry rate is $250. Not a lot of money. So if they make $50,000 at a gig, you get paid $250. If they make $500,000 at a gig, you get $250. Even if half the crowd came to see you, you get $250. That's not how you make your money. You have to make your money then with merch and pick up gigs and other things like that. And a lot of headlining acts are not friendly. They're real assholes to the opening acts, etc., etc., etc. I will not name any names right now. But, so we didn't know what to expect. But on the first night, Kate and her band, the musicians, were just fucking awesome. And, which is not good, because it's like, all right, I'm already fucking in love with her. I don't need to fall a little bit more in love with her, please. But she was amazing, and we watched her set, and I was just, whoa. I mean, I quickly fell in love with all of her songs, because her voice is, people don't realize that she's a really great singer. People don't notice that about her. They notice the songs and her lyrics first, and then they don't really notice that she is actually a fucking amazing singer. I wanted her to sing for one of my bands where she's just a fucking singer. Anyhow, and so it was like a 3-week, 4-week tour maybe. You go up like up, and then you go into Canada, and you go back down the West Coast. And it couldn't have possibly gone better. I had been run over by a truck, and so my foot was in a fucking thingy-majingy. But I'm hardcore, and I still worked my ass off on that tour. And it was one of the best moments of my life. Of course, it cost me dearly. I lost almost everything. But let's not go there. Because I was on tour and my ex destroyed my home, my entire life, and my entire future, and my entire past. As revenge. She was very angry that we went on that tour. Jessica Delfino, one of the most evil people I've ever met. I still think there's great things about her, but that's why I had to break up with her in Scotland on the same tour where we met Kate, or Kate came to see them. Rather. And, oh shit, it's 9 minutes. Oh fuck, I gotta get some of the good stuff. Shit, don't tell me this is going to be a two-parter. Please don't tell me this is going to be a two-parter. Her band, fucking unbelievable. I love those guys. I was getting high with them, and they're just so fucking nice. Plus, the British are a lot smarter than Americans. Americans are so fucking uptight, so fucking dumb. My apologies to my American brethren. But the British are a lot smarter. And people like to think of the British as more uptight. right? Their fucking daily papers have fucking topless women in them. We would never allow that in America. I can't believe how much smarter the British are than we are. It frustrates me every time I'm in England, that I have to come back to this shithole called America. Well, if you don't like it, why don't you get the fuck up? Well, just so you know, I actually can't. Maybe you haven't heard about visas and kind of like immigration laws. Maybe you don't know anything. Oops. Shit. Clock's ticking down. Fuck. This might have to be a two-parter. So after like this, I mean, the first date, it was over. I was like, oh my God, she's my dream girl. And then the second night, it's like watching her, I was like, oh, she's my dream girl. And she couldn't have been friendlier to all of us. No attitude, no ego, no nothing. Fucking fun, silly, playful. I mean, just fucking perfect female. Oh my God. So it's bittersweet. It's like, wow, here I am on tour with a girl I was in love with, a pop star I was in love with fucking 6 months ago. And now here I am on tour with her and she's giving me fucking piggyback rides. It sounds great, and it is great, but it's also bittersweet because then it's like you're starving and you're getting even closer to the chocolate cake. Oh, now you can smell it beneath your nostrils, the chocolate cake. Oh, but you can't eat the chocolate cake. So what the fuck is this thing doing? Why is it fucking doing that? Fucking Apple. Apple computers are fucking bullshit. Fucking everyone took the Kool-Aid and thinks, oh, no, this is one corporation that cares about us. Don't digress. Note to self. Don't digress. Anyhow, where was I? Oh, man, the whole time. Maybe I'll do a second part of this and give some stories, some fun, specific stories. But it was just incredible. I'd like to tell you some inside stories, too, about the industry, because all you people are really lazy, and you think, man, I want to be like Jennifer Lopez. I want to be a superstar. No, being a superstar blows. People think, I want to be a movie star. No, for the most part, being a movie star blows. It's always grass is greener on the other side-ism. Right? There's people who see me doing all kinds of stuff and they're like, I wish I was you. It's like, no, you don't. You're looking at shit superficially. Okay? For instance, movie stars. You know how many movie stars have to wake up at 4 in the morning? About all of them. I want you to tell me, oh, I love to wake up at 4 in the morning. No, you don't. See? Also, movie stars have no fucking say in whether the movie's a piece of shit or not. Because it looks great in the script. They meet the director. Hey, yeah. Oh, that's your vision? All right. But they have no idea what that fucking retard is fucking doing. And they have nothing to do with the editing. And so they might do a take and they're like, oh, this is a really good take. And then they do a really shitty take. And the director, who is a fucking fucktard, likes the shitty take. So for the rest of their life, they want to puke because the director was a fucking retard who used a take they did that made them look like a fucking asshole. But since he's bad with details and a fucking moron who probably had a rich dad who got him into the fucking industry so he became a director, these movie stars have no say. You understand? Rock stars have a say in what the album sounds like usually, and things like that. But even rock stars don't have that much say. Do you know most of your favorite rock bands had no say in the album covers? They often had no say in the order of the songs. They often had no say in what songs went on the records. You think these rich people are totally in control. No, they aren't. Most of them are still slaves. Bruce Willis is a slave. He's a slave to gigantic corporations, rock stars. Prince, remember Prince, have you heard of him? He shaved the word slave into his beard. Madonna, Michael Jackson, they can all tell you zillions of horror stories. Britney Spears, all horror stories about being a pop star. Why do you think? I mean, look at it this way. Let's see. 2 of the Beatles got hooked on heroin. Zeppelin got hooked on heroin. Rolling Stones got hooked on heroin. Kurt Cobain. You know how many rock stars? I think Hendrix was doing heroin. Now, if you've got everything in the world you ever dreamed of, why would you need heroin? Ding, ding, ding. Because being a rock star, for the most part, sucks. Everything is It's like when guys say, man, I wish I had a girlfriend. And then when they have a girlfriend, they're like, man, I wish I was single. That's the way human nature made you guys. She really fucked up, that girl. And it's grass is greener on the other side. All right? People win the lottery. Oh, when you win the lottery, they're like, yeah, I won the lottery. Oh, really? No, because now all your relatives who never gave a shit about you before, now suddenly all want to be your friends. And all the people who went to high school with you, all suddenly, oh yeah, oh, I was good friends with him. No, you weren't. It brings out all the plasticity that humans, oh fuck, we're about to run out of time. End of part 1.